Hello, welcome to another West March Guys live stream. Today we're getting back into our standard West March type play. I'll be running this week. Joe's going to be playing, and you are going to see a few new cast characters and a few that you guys have become to know and love. So I can't. Real quick word from our sponsors. All right, and I think we're going to just kind of dive right into it.
One day we're gonna have sponsors.
Someday,
we're gonna need that spot to fill in all of the ads from our hot, spicy sponsors.
It's gonna be great. So, I'll just give a quick little recap of what we did last week, Joe. We were heading towards the city of Illex, which Talon had heard about and made notes on the original captain's ship's maps. And after leaving the dinosaur island, they seem to have annoyed somebody. I don't know. What do you think, Joe? Encountered somebody who was looking for an out? Oh yeah.
So I don't know if it would be annoyed, but they encountered a ghostly ship that was intrigued with their crew. And I assume this ship was something that was just constantly moving around, like testing different passerbys, and had not found someone worthy until this one. So
Baited them on, had them solve a few riddles, and they got a bit of a tease of a diary of something to be done ahead. Free to go on their way, they started continuing their way to Illex, and as Talon and Heavy Neck pour over this journal late at night, deciding what they want to do, in the distance, someone from the crow's nest, I'm assuming it's probably Zilch up in the crow's nest, who says, "Hey, I see something." Flying down to the captain while it's getting first thing in the morning, so Talon would be up sailing the ship late at night before the sun about to rise, and kind of gives a word to the crew saying, "Oh, looks like we kind of found the way we were headed. Something's in the distance." Kind of wakes up the crew, and the five of you find your way onto the deck, looking at the city of Illex. It seems to be a strange view. As you get close, it's kind of hard to see at first, because the first land you see off in the distance is a sheer cliff. And you're like, there's a city out here? And you kind of have to follow south along the ridgeline until you see it kind of sticking out of the edge in the distance. It's built right almost as though it's bolted to the side of the cliff. It's crawling up. It's got scaffolding and rope throughout it. It stops abruptly. There's a big section that seems to be almost cut out of the wall, but there seems to be some new, well, it's hard to see from the distance, and you kind of see a little squiggle that heads to the top, but that's about it. So you guys approach. Before we get started, over this distance, is there anything you guys want to do in your downtime? Because it's taking you a couple days to travel here, so we're going to get into the downtime aspect of the West Marches. Anybody want to start in particular?
Max will start.
All volunteer.
Max will start. So Max wants to work on his persuasion, right? So he wants to try to convince people to help him with things, or to kind of let him in and kind of play along his old person persona.
Okay.
And he realizes that as he's getting up in age, he's thinking it's getting a little easier and easier to do it. So he, as a goblin, wants to try to work on some new, more normal aspects of his behavior.
How many Boy Scouts do you get to help you cross the street?
Yeah, so that's what he wants to try to get. He wants to try to not freak him out.
So easy enough. So I mean, it's a long couple weeks, and just kind of wobbling through the ship, kind of just bursting in on people mid conversation, kind of get them. Oh, hey Max, and you just get it works. You get them to give you a hand and help you out. Yeah. Okay. Put one check mark towards persuasion for this week. So just to give our listeners a background, we do 10 weeks. If you put it into some sort of skill on your downtime, you can actually learn a new proficiency. So that's cool. So I'll kind of caveat off that. So Talon in his downtime, just a little side note, kind of comes up to Max while he's making his rounds. He goes, "Hey, Max,
Hey, Talon, how are ya?
Great. You're doing this weird magic stuff, and I don't know. It seems interesting to me. Is that something you can like show me, or I could try to learn?
Oh, what do you want to know?
I don't know. It seems exciting what you do.
Oh, I just mess up from time to time. Somebody gave me this book a long time ago, and he's gonna pull out this like dirty, broken, ripped, tattered book from his bag. And I started reading it, and then it just got more and more interesting. He hands you the book.
Oh, maybe we can sit down and chat about this more in length. So I just want to spend my downtime. I'm basically gonna be, I might multi-class. So I just want a reason why I would be able to multi-class. So I'm just gonna put a check in that box. So I'm just working towards that. So it's not just so random if it happens. So anyway, that's what I want to do in my downtime as Talent. And I'm gonna work with you, Max, if that's cool.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool. All right. So anybody else want to do their downtime? I know some of you are new, so it's hard. Sheila, anything that Sheila would be doing on the ship between ports?
I think Sheila is definitely working on her sleight of hand with having that.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, the two of you have just been picking pockets all over the ship as much as you can. Sometimes you do well, and sometimes you don't do so well. But yeah, easy enough. You can put a check mark in your weeks for sleight of hand.
Am I currently on the ship too, or you said that I'm going to be?
You're gonna be up, so it's
In the
hard because
city.
you haven't been around yet, so there's no real downtime week. But
No, I just want to make sure. That's why I was just staying quiet.
no problem, no problem. Soon enough, man.
Yep.
I think Fiera is just probably trying to figure out how to do ship things because they've never been on a ship before. So lots of keeping their footing and trying to be helpful without getting in the way.
So I mean, yeah, okay, I mean, towards like the sailor background feat almost, if you will.
Not even, just literally trying to not be a nuisance on a ship. Like
Not be in the way. Yeah, easy enough.
He finds himself like dancing in the middle of the ship, and people are like, no, you gotta get out of the way, we gotta move the mast and stuff, and he's like, sorry.
What does your character look like, by the way, for the audience, because we haven't really met you yet?
So Fiera is a satyr. They're like on the probably 4 foot tall side, so definitely like kind of below most people's peripheral, but like the horns come up to about 4.5 feet, so I guess depending on where you measure them. Does not know to wear a shirt very often. Just, you might consider them naked, but they have like a little thing around their like, normal regions, and just like flower crown, very much the carefree sort. Brown fur down at the bottom. Yeah.
Sounds cool. Cool. So you were picked up on the dinosaur island as a
Yes.
stowaway.
Yes, desperate to get off of that.
Cool. Anybody else? I think you're it.
I think I'm it. So my
you were picked up
character-
off the ship too, off the island as well, right?
Yes. So my character is Zessaria. I'm a tabaxi. Very kind of a feral, just has pretty much lived solo, out in the woods most of my life. So isn't really familiar with society and has ended up on this boat inadvertently. So I
Okay.
would I don't know what it would go into. I think, trying to pretty much just kind of like keeping myself kind of in a corner. I don't imagine that being never having been on a ship would be feeling too great about that, and just generally overwhelmed with
Trying
the
to survive.
sensation, being on a boat, but also like being around people, and like when you introduce a cat to a new environment, about how that goes.
I love it. Sit on people's clothes and shit. No. So cool. So easy enough. So as you approach, so again, you're coming up to the city, right? And the dock, there's one long dock, that kind of shoots straight out into the water. And from what you guys could tell, the water seems pretty deep here. I mean, the cliff leaves it so it's almost broken away, and there's a reason that it's sheer, so it seems to go straight down still. So you kind of pull up, and this it's built into this crack that seems to have almost forced itself in. So do you guys pull the boat up? I assume Talon would if you guys are trying to make port.
Yeah. I mean, we'd probably try and take an open spot, depending on what sort of a situation it looks like. If there's, like, is it something where we need to, like, check in, or you just,
so
first come, first serve?
So as you approach, right, it was kind of, and it's funny, right, it's set back farther in than you had anticipated. And had you not been searching for it, it would have been a hard port to find, right? So as you kind of come around the corner, nobody really has, there's two large ships, bigger than your ship, 3 to 5 mast ships, sitting at the farthest end of the dock. It almost looks like if they're just kind of tied to a mooring and just kind of floating on the ends. You could probably make the ship in one spot up, seeing as you don't have a huge ship. You kind of start bringing in, a bell starts going off as the ship starts to get close, and you kind of watch as people fill a dock. It's not like those of you who saw New Hope landing, Sheila, with the rock artillery and the channel to make its way in. This seems a lot less guarded, but you are not. It doesn't seem as though you're sneaking in, if that makes sense.
Max is going to shout out, raise the black, drop the anchor, cut the wheel.
Whoa! Don's gonna look over the edge and be like, "What?"
Oh, you're not doing that?
Sheila's gonna yell over to Max, like, "Cookie!"
He's just completely distracted by that and walks over to Sheila and grabs it.
So it starts to make your way in. As you approach the dock, you see 5 or 6 guys with these long cylindrical metal tubes, wood stocks that are kind of sitting on the edge. None of them, they're not pointing at you, but they are definitely out. And you see one large, hold on one second, make sure I got my notes right, sorry. Okay, yeah, so you see this large Loxodon almost sinking the dock as they walk out. You can see it creaking and falling under the weight, and it's just kind of standing there, hands on its lips, female, in kind of looking at this ship as you guys kind of pull up and make port. Who's anybody saying? You see someone throws a rope out up to the ship, kind of lands on the side. Anybody grab it, or?
Yeah, Sheila's gonna grab it.
You tie it up. Ship comes. She shouts out, "Well, better have a good reason for this." Kind of up to whoever's there.
It's funny because I imagine our captain's like below deck doing something.
Heavy neck. Talon's up on the wheel, kind of steps over and pats Sheila on the back and says, We've come far off. I heard of this place a long time ago, and we're hoping we could rest up and move on." She kind of looks at Talon, kind of just shrugs and looks at all of you guys kind of like eagerly over. And mind you, a lot of you haven't been on any decent island. Even you, Sheila, haven't made decent port since the wandering city of Quay when you stole this ship. So, I mean, it probably smells pretty bad. And the food you've been eating up there has been cleric-made rations. So she kind of like takes a smell with her long trunk nose and just kind of goes, "Well, some of you better go see Barney. He'll know what to do. The rest of you stay on the ship." Dawn goes, "Aye, aye." Kind of turns around to you 5 that are looking over the edge and kind of goes, "Well, Heavy Neck's busy, so looks like you guys 5 will do. Go represent us. Sheila, will you take the crew off and go figure out what we got to do with this place?"
I gotta take the kids with me?
All right, see ya. And he kind of just turns around and walks to the back of the ship.
All right, guys, get up here. We need to we need the real talk right now. You all need to be woke before we get on this dock.
And well behaved.
Listen to him. Don't listen to him. Listen
Well
to me.
behaved.
Look at me. Cat lady, look at me. Joe, look at me. Max, look at me. Everyone, look at me. Like,
I'm looking.
we gotta all represent.
I'm
And
like
we all
looking,
have
but
to
like
tell the same lie why we're here. So what's that lie?
Oh, okay. I see where we're getting at. I think, what if we are adventurers looking for adventure? No. Okay.
All
I'm
right,
trying to-
let me do the talking.
Dude.
Safari.
So stupid. What a stupid thing to say.
oh don't
It's all right.
Can we metagame and know that we have a beef jerky company we're trying to build?
All right.
Because that might be a good reason to be on the island.
Well, we weren't gonna let you guys in on this secret because you're stowaways.
Turn my
But,
name
like-
to M real quick.
But like, we're totally have a beef jerky company.
Well,
We're
I
trying
thought
to
it was-
stand up.
And for resupply as well, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we got to give a
It's not
reason and not
fun.
just resupplying.
So she kind of looks out. You hear from the side, "I'm waiting." This large, booming voice.
Sheila's gonna yell, "We're coming!" So is everyone good on this?
Yeah, sounds great.
All right.
Can't wait.
Go.
So you make
I
your way down.
follow begrudgingly as a cat would.
So as you get closer, now that you guys are on the docks, it's kind of amazing. It looks as though there's a bit of a shelf that a few of this dock kind of butts into. It's stone. There's a few shops, fish markets, other things. To the right, you see a smaller dock and a ship, a medium-sized ship docked on the side. It seems a little more private and from what you guys, what's your passive perceptions? Who's got the highest?
14.
9.
Mine is 15.
16.
So Zisaria, you see it first. It looks as though there seems to be holes in the side of the ship that weren't there from before, but it seems to be tied up and not sinking at this moment. As
In
you
the side
kind
of
of look,
our ship?
what?
In the side of our ship?
Not your ship. No, the ship on the other dock. That's just kind of
okay,
off to
okay.
the right. You see in front of you, it's almost as though it's been pinioned into the side of the building. Stakes have been driven in, and these crazy labyrinths of stairs and ropes are just strung up. And the city is just kind of built its way up the side of this mountainside. As you look towards the top, there's a giant section across that is totally gone. You see a little bit remnants of black on the walls, and you see new ropes being tied and new pieces of metal that have been driven in like weird scaffolding that's been set up, almost like they're starting to rebuild. And you also see at the very top, it looks like a wisp of smoke, but at closer, you notice that it seems to be a stairway that's just rickety and goes to the top of this cliffside. This in front of you, it kind of dips into a hole, but instead, this Loxodon, who kind of looks back and goes, "I'm Pam, by the way, and welcome to Illex." And she walks up, and you see it's the largest building, if you can call it that, that's in the city. It's pieced together. It's crooked. Large sections will be cut out. It's hung high, staggering to the right, but it seems to be 3 main layers, and then this dock. She walks up a pretty sturdy staircase that's built wide enough for her stature, and she takes you straight into the cave. On the right side, there's a big sign that says the Workers' Union Hall. It's actually written in a language some of you can't understand, and underneath is in common. Anybody who speaks Gnomish would see it. And she breaks into a modest-sized conference room. You're sitting here, Etrian, at a table by yourself, pretty much, just quietly in the corner. And you see On the far side, Pam kind of walks in and sits you down. It's weird. There's torches that hang on the sides. It's built into the side of the cave. The front of it, when you saw it, was a giant stockade wall with doors that opened up. And she kind of sits in and just shouts out, Barney, we got some from Barney. He kind of goes, well, he'll let you know what we need from you. I run the bar down there. It's called Pier 777, and come see me when you're done. She kind of leaves you all there. It looks like a hall, almost like a banquet hall, but totally empty except for one person sitting at a chair. And y'all kind of sit down, and walking out the far side, this half-elf male kind of comes out. He looks at all of you and kind of pulls up a chair at the table across from the. I mean, did you guys are all standing in the doorway? Do you sit? She kind of offered a table, but I assume.
Fiera instantly goes and sits next to this person.
One person.
And it's just like, you seem lonely. And like, how long have you been here for?
Hello. Just kind of got here.
Oh, all right. So we're on the same ground. All right, perfect. Like, just kinda
E-Trade,
like
I'll give
scoots
you
up.
just a little bit. You would be part of this union hall, and you'd be looking for work or a way out, I assume. So you're just kind of waiting for. You've been here waiting, if you will. And Barney kind of sits down with the rest of you in a circle. Well, it's good to see some new faces, I guess. He kind of looks at all of you. I'm Barney. I'm in charge of the workers' union here on the city of Illex. And what are you guys doing here?
Well, have you ever heard of? And I look at Sheila.
Jurassic Jerky?
Kind of blinks for a second. I have not.
Oh, it's quite an enterprise that we're starting up, and we wanted to see if we could, make a trade. She's just gonna keep winging.
Do you have something wrong with your eye?
You want to make a trade?
Are you trying? So you have some wares you're trying to sell. Well, let me give you a little background. How did you find us first, before I even get into it?
The map? Our navigator Colin hooked us up with it.
You should try it. He kind of grins a little bit and goes, I see you're not the navigators of this ship. Well, let me just get right to the point. You see, we're a city that most people don't know about, and we like to keep it that way. I'm not sure how you got here, but I want to let you know that we don't start trouble in Illex. We have a motto around here. Kind of a saying, really, that we all seem to live by. And this says, mind your business. I keep it to heart. So I'll tell you what, we've had some ventures here in the past that I didn't know, and they burned half my fucking city down. So I ask you again, what do you plan on doing here in my city?
Well, it's funny that you should say that, because your motto happens to be our motto. Our people tell like the same story, and that's mind your own business, and we'll mind ours.
Roll a persuasion check.
Or
Kind of smiles a little bit and goes, I don't think you're buying jerky, but
See, can I like jump in when I see him floundering?
Yep.
Or see her floundering and just be like, see, well, my friend here is trying to say is that, we want to commerce with you. I mean, obviously we need goods. You have things to sell. You want money, right? Of course. So everyone wants money. So we were just hoping that we could come in and do that and then get ourselves out of here. We've been on the sea for a long
I'm just gonna put my hand
time.
right over top of his head and push him back.
And I just don't
roll another persuasion check. I'll give you two. I'll give you 2 rolls if you're trying to help. He didn't take advantage of nothing.
Oh, hold on. Gotta hit the other button.
Are there any like cups, glasses, items on this table?
Why is it not?
No, and it's we'll make an investigation check.
The thing's not working.
19. Yeah, it looks like this table. Other than Ethereum, sorry, how do you pronounce your name? I don't want to mess it up.
No, that's fine. I think that's right. Ethereum.
Ethereum.
Yeah.
As Ethereum, other than Ethereum's glass, which doesn't really have any liquor in it, it seems as though these chairs and tables haven't been used in a long time. They haven't had. It doesn't seem as though they've had much meetings here at all. It seems as though it's strange. There's a bar with that investigation. There's a bar in the corner. I don't know if you've ever been to like an old like American Legion bar like on the Banco Hall
Yeah,
that's
it's where I
never
go for
been
bingo.
used. That's just like
Never.
kind of boarded up and like there's no liquor behind it. It's just there in case they ever had an event, which they haven't had in 10 years.
Cool. Well, it's a good thing that this new friend has finished his beverage because that glass is going on the floor just because I'm bored and I'm a cat.
You just kind of smash the glass. He looks at you, goes, "Is that how you're gonna act in my city? You're just gonna smash things?" What'd you get for persuasion, by the way?
I think I needed to fix something, so we will see if this works. There we go.
That works.
Well,
Yeah.
it kind of it's brought down a little bit with the smashing glass next to him as he looks over at you. He goes, what was that for?"
I was bored.
"So when you're bored in my city, you're gonna smash things?"
It seemed like it was just kind of like an instinct.
Holy shit, this thing talks.
Well, he looks back at you, Fiera, and goes, "You better keep these people in line. It's 100 gold to dock your ship here for if you're outside of the union."
And how do we
Can you, like,
get
settle up with my accountant?
in the union?
Well, sure ain't gonna happen today.
Oh.
Union, these people have proven their worth to me time and time again. If you don't have 100 gold, I mean, I can take the deed to your ship. It's more of a deposit than it is for a.
Oh no,
leave my
I'm sure we have 100 gold.
If you leave my city without destroying it, I'll give you 90% of it back. Call it an insurance policy.
All right. Does this group have any gold, JT?
Yeah, they have gold. If Heavy Neck wants to give it to you.
Yeah, I have the coin purse.
Yeah, okay, easy enough.
Did he give us an allowance?
No, but I think Sheila had over 100 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Right, guys. Try not to have too much fun here. Like, I totally don't want us kicked out.
he kind of looks at you. Goes, "Tyrion, looks like you got yourself a group to try to leave this place by."
Oh no. We'll see what happens with this group. He's just a little bit thrown off by someone knocking his glass off out of nowhere and someone talking really fast and he's not quite sure what just happened. He's been sitting here drinking for a while. It's really boring here.
He goes, "Well, don't make a mess and come see me when you get back. Maybe we can work something out." Kind of steps back. Goes, "I got work to do." Starts going back up the stairs, kind of ushering you towards the door and kind of leaving you in the hallway of this small cavern facing out to the docks. What do you guys want to do?
Stock the ship.
Yeah.
Stock the ship?
Like, get my nails done.
Okay, so where do you guys? So the city, it seems pretty open. You'd have to are you looking for anything in particular? Like a shop?
Ship
Are you
things.
just looking for like a general store for food? So if you're just looking for supplies for the ship I mean, how many weeks are you looking for?
Probably 2, right?
Well, are you guys you're on the roll 20, so theoretically we can look at this map. If I look at this map,
I've been here a while. Would I be able to direct them where to go for?
so you definitely have been here. So
Yeah.
for supplies, for basic supplies, so you would know this. You know the main shops in town. I mean, there's a market, just like any market. It's mostly fish and trade goods. Anything of fruit and veggies seems to be a little bit higher cost, other than, like oranges and it seems as though they go south to get their fruit. You know that there's a blacksmith. You know that there's the Pier 777 is the main bar in town with the bathhouse. You would know that there's a boat repair shop. You know there's a spice shop, and so easy enough. So if for looking around the city for provisions, I would say you easily get provisions for the ship for, we'll call it 30 gold for 2 weeks. Well, I mean, there's a lot of people on the ship, so call it, 30 gold for 2 weeks. None of you have been around for any of the cash that they've made, so
Nope.
you got.
You can just take it out of the captain's.
Colin kind of catches.
I'm just literally
Heavy Neck
writing
is
on the receipt.
fuming
Heavy
right
Neck.
now.
What did you say, Sheila?
I'm just writing it like on as a charge card, like bill this to invoices to Heavy. So like, Etrian, there's a couple of stops that we need. First of all, we gotta find where that magic flower shop is, because Heavy is definitely like low on that, and I have on this list, and Sheila's gonna pull out her list. We need that magic flower for Heavy and Zilch, and she's gonna like take her shades up a little bit and just raise it and look at you go. We need the provisions. I need like a bar, and you guys need anything?
So, if everybody doesn't really need much, so the gold, you dish out the gold, Sheila. I will say that you head into, I mean, where do you guys want to head first? Name it.
We'd probably want to go to the apothecary for Heavy Neck and Zilch.
So you head up. So, Eterian, you know this. It would be on the top level of the whole city.
Okay, so I tell them that, and then I tell them where everything else is, the main bar and, the, what would you say, the market, if they want to stock up before they do anything else. But I'll go with you guys to kind of be your guide around town. You have more gold in that pouch, at least.
So,
You can walk around, but like it's an empty place. So I can show you around a bit.
I have a warm heart and like clear eyes.
so,
Good enough. Let's go.
so you make your way to the top level, and it's funny. This hovel, as you go to it, it seems as though it's at the edge of where everything kind of disappears. The right side of the shop and even the front edge of it seems almost blackened with soot, but it seems to be standing. It's got a door on it, so as you kind of guys walk in, it smells pretty incensey in there, if you will, almost like someone sprayed a can of Axe right before their parents walked in. And there's a small human sitting behind a thing, just kind of, oh, hello, how can I help you guys?
Excuse me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Me,
Is
up
she-
here.
Is she older?
Yeah, older. It's hard to tell her age, but she's standing over, hunched, if you will.
Max walks to the front. Hello, darling. How you doing today?
Oh, hello.
What can a good-looking girl like you be up to this evening?
Trying to sell some goods. What brings? I haven't seen your faces. Where are you guys from?
Oh, we're new here. We're just stinging by for a little bit, and we were wondering if you had anything to help with the stress, if you know.
Oh, the stress. She kind of turns around and like takes another incense and puts it in.
Do I smell any of that sweet catnip in here?
Roll a perception check.
That is a
You sure
23.
You sure do smell some catnip in here, and you also smell. She brings a box out. She opens it up, and it's a big fat box of, what do you call it? Spice, bud.
It's got all sorts of names, depending on where you are.
Where you are.
Max is gonna notice that the cat's getting a little excited and put a rope around its neck and just hang on to it for a second.
Its neck.
I would like to
like a little leash.
please.
Are you trying to grapple her in the shop?
I wasn't going to do it. I was just gonna try to do it while she wasn't looking, and just put a little rope around
Roll a
it.
sleight of hand, I guess.
What do I?
It would be against your passive perception.
Which would have been a 16. Okay.
So you just next thing you know, you kind of have a loose rope around your chest. You're like, what is this? And Max is just kind of holding it loosely and chatting. It's not like a it's just like a piece of twine, if you will.
And I'm just gonna be like,
start gnawing on it.
Chews through, it falls off. She kind of looks at you and goes, well, is this what you're looking for? Kind of pulls out the whole box for you.
and he kind of looks into it. That'll do.
Well, the whole box is, well, 50 gold, but I can do it. I can break it down into smaller portions if you're looking for just like 1 gold worth.
Can I look at it and see if it's actually good stuff or if she's just ripping everybody off?
Yo, roll an insight check. 20?
Yeah.
This is definitely a unregulated island because this is some dank little spice that she's got here.
Now that Sheila is aware of that, could she ask, like, do you have like a tingle grass here?
A what?
Tingle grass?
That's what this is.
Is this tingle grass?
Yes.
Oh.
We were trying to be cool, Sheila. You gotta just call it out like that.
Yeah, she goes. She snaps the shake. Goes. Shh.
Sheila's just gonna turn and look at a random wall and go, well, I guess I can't like hang.
So I assume Heavy Neck would have given you enough money to pick up whatever he needs for that. She also pulls out a box of catnip and says, so you guys get some money when you create your characters, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm not spending it on this.
I understood. No, respect. But anyway, she does pull out a box of catnip and goes, I have a lot of that as well. She kind of nods at you. This area.
I just like push it into the pile of whatever it is we're buying on the counter. Like,
she's like, this is 60 gold worth. So what are you looking to buy?
I have no concept of money.
1 gold.
She takes like a little nip out, puts it on the counter, closes the box, puts it to the side. I also have a few other things. She pulls out a couple minor healing potions, but none of you have any money, so it's kind of wasted. I built this shop for people with money, so and a couple potions as well that she kind of puts to the side. But your whole, I assume Heavy Neck pays for the tingle grass because he wanted to. I know you had talked to me earlier about it, so you get out there with cheap enough, probably call it 10 gold worth of supplies, and we'll say this area you get 1 gold worth of catnip if you want to cross off a gold on your sheet. Someone else kind of helps you just kind of pull out a handful of coins and someone kind of like picks it out. This one,
I mean, it's really mostly a bunch of like pocket lint and pieces of string and like acorns, but yeah, sure.
Well, come back again, especially you, and if you find yourself lonely tonight. She kind of winks at you, Max.
He winks back very excitedly.
Enjoy your stay.
You as well, my darling. Have a wonderful day.
So, with your freshly acquired tingle grass. Yeah, I said it right. Okay. What do you guys want to do? Where are you headed? That Loxodon worked at the Pier 777, by the way. She had said something to you, but just a point.
I think we should go down to the bar now.
I was gonna say all this shopping is making me thirsty.
So it's on the bottom floor on the rock. It's actually kind of built on the rock. The upstairs are kind of nailed into the wall, and it's kind of where the first stairway kind of started, was next to us. But Eteran, you're pretty used to this place. You know that they have fights here a couple nights a week. You know that there's a fighting pit. You know that there's a bathhouse and the docks at the bottom, and you know that they put people up with the where is it? With the main bar that's at the highest level that people seem to. You can kind of walk in at any level depending on what level of the stairs you are, if that makes sense. There's a couple of entrances. Yeah. So you take them to the top part, which is the main bar, if you will.
Okay, where you can rest or drink.
Where you can drink. Yeah, it's not where the shops are, the fighting pit or anything. It's the main bar. Right. So you kind of get it. It's pretty From what you guys can tell in the city, it's not super crowded, and it's pretty much early in the day, midday. So people are in there eating, but it's not like packed or nothing.
So as we walk in, is there anything going on in the bar? Is it just
Right now, no, it's pretty
like-
dead. It's early in the day, so it's not like a late night.
any
You
music
can tell
going
that.
on? Nothing. Just
No, not really. There's a male bartender behind the bar that's just kind of serving drinks up.
yeah.
I go and just go and grab a drink then and sit down.
Fiera is gonna go up to the bar and be like, "So, bartender,
Oh yes.
if I were to entertain your crowd," and probably points to like 4 people,
Yeah, there's like 2 dudes inside, like chatting quietly, discussing something.
with some wonderful performances, do I get to drink for free?
Kind of looks at you, goes, "What are you talking about?"
I do many things. I can dance, I can sing, I can play a whole bunch
How
of
about
different interesting.
You perform, and we see how you do. Here, and he kind of takes a bottle off the back shelf, not anything high. It's just a pretty brown liquid, and he kind of pours a big heap in. It's like in a Scotch glass. He goes, "How about the first ones on the house, and you show me what we can do."
I like that challenge. He's already drank it and like running to whatever stage there is. And, like,
So he
clicking
kind
his
of
heels along
like
the
at
way.
this bar, he kind of like laughs a little bit and goes, "Well, the main stage is downstairs, but you can and you see in the corner there's like a little raised platform. It's not like a stage, but it's more like
Perfect.
a large step to where the bathrooms go, but you can kind of step up and."
So he's playing in the bathroom doorway, essentially.
What do you
Does-
gonna do, man?
Does not phase him in the least.
Nice.
So yeah, it just goes to town. He's got like a jig going on with his hooves for the bass, and then he's got like a little flute going.
So you guys kind of all see this as you all take while you're all kind of just sitting around having a beer, taking a drink, whatever it is you guys do, and listening to Fiera kind of drum up a tune. And even the 2 guys who are talking are like tapping their feet. You all watch as, I mean, you kind of hear her. It's hard to miss her. The lights on. You hear a couple steps, and you watch as coming up from the back stairway, almost like her head cresting the stairs go behind the bar, like the worker stairs. And you kind of hear she like just starts listening to you, Fiera, play. How long do you play for? Anything
As
you guys
long
wanna
as they
talk
keep
about?
feeding me drinks.
Anything you want to talk about in the meantime? So as you play, so I mean, we'll give it 20 minutes. You guys sit there and listen, or so, and she kind of listens, and as you're fiddling right along, you watch as another worker, it must be a worker, somebody kind of goes out, and your glass that you put down kind of gets topped off a little bit 10 minutes in or so, and you watch as the Loxodon now is kind of standing behind the bar with their arms crossed, just like you can see the corners of her mouth under her nose smiling as you go for a while and listen. And finally, you kind of stop, take a breather or whatever, and a couple people in the bar clap, and you hear thunderous hooves pounding together behind the bar, and she kind of goes, "Well, that's some of the best playing I've heard in a long time."
I take a deep bow.
Clapping.
Y'all are kind of sitting there. She goes, "Well, next round's on me." She kind of nods to the bartender, where he takes a nod and starts filling up a bunch of glasses and kind of makes his way over the table where you guys were all sitting and listening. Fiera, do you join? She kind of like nods you to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If she like ushers us over.
She kind of sits there. She pulls a chair out right and sits on it. It's like, like you're almost afraid this thing's gonna break. But she goes, "Well, you seem like a motley crew. Seems that Barney didn't want to kick you out, otherwise you wouldn't be sitting here. So, what are you guys doing?"
Stocking up and looking for excitement.
Oh, excitement, you say? I might have just the thing for you.
Whoa. First of all, does it pay? Because, like, these kids are expensive.
She kind of snorts a little bit and says, I think it can pay. She smiles. She goes,
Feels just a single mother trying to get by.
I got a few things. And she kind of looks at you and goes, maybe for you. Well, you see tonight, well, let's start with the other one. First, I have a bit of a problem. You see, after the last issue, she kind of like looks up, even though you can't see, but she's looking towards that empty area in the scaffolding that is being rebuilt. She goes, we're a little more nervous about expanding up than we do in. So we started to make our way into the cave a bit, you know, build on solid rock. Can't burn as easy. Well, in their excavation, they came across a layer, and last thing I know, we sent a couple guys in to check it out. Broke through a wall and saw an open chamber, all dark, and I heard a long moan, and Horace, the only one who came sprinting out of that cave, barely able to talk about what he saw.
Must have walked in on his parents having sex.
Sure sounded like it. She kind of looks at you. Anyway, we boarded it off, and we haven't been back. Horace hasn't been back to work, and I don't know, if something you're into, I could probably pay you 350 gold pieces. Out of my thing. But the other thing, she kind of looks at you, Sheila, and I'm not sure who's into this, but we have a couple fighters here on Tuesday nights. You guys know it's Tuesday. People are getting bored of the same old. If somebody wanted to fight, we're probably can come up with a team of pairs to have a fight tonight. If two of you want to do a little entertainment. I know the two fighters might work together if something two of you were interested in. Starts at 8:30. Maybe talk between yourselves. Either way, enjoy the town. I would take a walk around. I'll give you some food and think about my offers. One more round on me, and hey, what's your name? She looks at you, Fiera.
Fiera, pleasure. And sticks his hand out.
You grab the giant hoof. I don't know, whatever locks
Does
it
it?
on it.
I was gonna say.
It's like two hooves tapping. He's like, anytime you play, you got drinks for me. You got it? That was amazing.
I just smile, like big, like dopey smile.
Oh, I gotta get ready for tonight, so have another round on me, and let me know what you guys think. Kind of walks away, heads behind the bar. Another round gets put down on the table for all of you, and yeah.
So 350 gold sounds good.
Like absolutely it does, but let's talk logistics real quick.
Okay, one more thing, just to point. She also said the fight pays out 25 gold to each loser and 150 gold if you win to each winner. Just I meant to mention that, but there was gold involved in that as well.
I'm thinking take advantage of this fight night tonight.
I just look down at myself and look back up and just kind of like snicker a little bit. Yeah, fighting. That's what I'm good at. Fighting. Yep.
Clearly, I'm going in. Who's going in with me?
What I would know the rules there, right? Is it like no holds barred kind of thing, or
It's
is it
no
only...
weapons, but other than that, there's no holds barred. So magic.
weapons.
As long as I'm not using an actual weapon, yeah. So I can split the. If we win, we can split that. I don't know if you can go in pairs or it come down to me and you, and one of us could throw the fight and we walk
It's
away
pairs.
with. Oh, okay. So.
Adrian, I'll take you up on that.
All right. Need some money.
Then what are we doing about this cellar problem?
I mean, if you're gonna make some money, just think of me as your coach. Get them out there, kids. How's that? Is that good? No? All right.
I feel inspired.
Fiera, I don't know if you've done this before, but you seem like you're a good showman.
I mean, I do what I can. I mean, at least that I have going for me.
I need you to take Max, and you need to tell him that we're the worst. I need you to convince the crowd to bet against us.
Ah. All right. I'll see what I can do.
Okay?
You got it.
Cat girl. I need you to take Max, and I need you to have him put money on us to bet.
Sounds good.
I don't understand this money thing y'all are talking about, but
That's how I know you won't steal it. Max,
Ayla,
I need you to bet on us.
I bet you all day. What are we betting on?
Not the best job for a senile goblin, but
I've got some coin.
that's fair.
We're going to the casino.
Yeah. Just think of this like slots. Except you're putting money on us.
Oh, okay. What are you doing?
So
I'm gonna yell fighting.
we're gonna
So,
we'll jump forward a little bit to the fight just to because I just wanted to add a little excitement into this. Unless there's something you guys want to do in the afternoon, except get ready.
Could take a nap.
Just
Nice little
relax
cat nap.
on the ground.
Like under a table or some shit.
Out in the sun somewhere.
I love it. Easy enough, yeah. So you find your way. Hold on one second. Let me just make sure I get this all set up. Later that night, the bar is packed. People are screaming, shouting. You guys make it. It's and you know this, Tyrion. You've been to these fights before, and you've noticed that it gets rowdy. You have a pretty good outlet of people that show up. You know that there is betting allowed. So without a doubt, you guys kind of make your way. I'm gonna put you to a circle. We're just gonna go to just a random. Here we go. Do this. Hold on. You guys know my fight ring circle. I've done it 100 times. Just pretend that this is inside of a bar, and it's smaller. It's this size, but it's surrounded by walls and chairs and tables. I don't only have so many signals though. You guys kind of pull up into a circle. What are you guys putting on the bet for the night?
GT, real quick, whose map is this?
Nobody's.
Okay,
Open source.
perfect.
What I mean, it's somebody's. I shouldn't say nobody. Somebody put a lot of time and effort into this. Oh, there's a Patreon on it actually, but so anyway.
I can put in all of my 10 gold.
Your 10 go. There you go. Did you put any in this area? Are you sleeping during this? Kind of waiting till this is over.
Yeah, I'm like snoozing until like the last possible moment.
Max did put 10 gold in on Team Sheila.
So that's 20 gold you guys got going.
yeah, Max put 10 in.
10 in that. So each area gave you 10. Sheila, did you put 10?
Yeah.
Here, you put any money in? No.
Fiera did not, but is talking up a storm throughout the crowd as like,
That the other people are gonna win.
yeah, oh, absolutely.
Roll a persuasion check. And I'll roll for my odds. What'd you roll? 24.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's good.
Gonna make some money tonight.
It'll be 3-1 payouts then if the underdogs win.
Perfect.
So, yeah, we'll jump right into it. I wasn't trying to make this the whole fight. I just wanted to give. I assumed Tyrion was gonna have some fun. So let's see how this goes. How about everybody rolls initiative?
Everybody?
No, the people in the fight. I mean, unless you want to kill some people.
I
Meh.
cast Fireball with Wild Mage Surge.
Oh, super big old 5.
While I'm watching, do I notice if like Fiera or Max like have any snacks?
Max always has snacks.
Well, then I know who I'm like.
Well, I'll share cookies with you all day long.
5. Wow.
Yeah, like I'm gonna like you kind of like get myself like comfy cat like at the end of like whatever bench he's on or whatever.
3
Like
and
doing that like coy like over the shoulder like cat look like.
Yeah, come get a cookie.
tell me 14. So, okay, let's do this. Did you, Billy? Are you on roll 20? Did you make it?
Yeah, sorry. I rolled a 17.
No problem. No problem. I saw it. I realized that you're on there. I forgot. Add turn. Add turn. I need to do this. Oh, let's start over.
And I'm sorry, I just asked when I was looking through this stuff. You said no weapons, but everything else is fine?
Yes.
Magic and everything? All right, perfect.
You're going to play as M. I'm using your character for him. Oh, she did it now. Okay. So we got... What did you get? 17, you said, right?
Yeah.
All right. Descending. All right, Greg's up first. He is going to rage. And he's going to charge into the first thing he sees, which is the biggest thing he sees, which is Sheila. What is that? I mean, what's the distance on that? 35 feet. No problem. Rage bonus, and then it's gonna take 2 great sword attacks against you, Sheila. $15 to hit.
Doesn't.
Oh, I'm gonna go reckless. No, I don't know if I have reckless. I don't have reckless. All right, so just regular. Here we go. It's a natural 1. So this giant half orc just comes up and swings his greatsword twice, just totally missing you in its rage and crazy eyes. That's its turn. Tyrion, you're up.
Did you say weapons or no weapons, JT?
Oh, no weapons. I'm sorry. With his fists. That's my fault.
Okay. No, that's all good.
No, it's my own fault. I should have known that. That hits a lot less then. No, it's still plus. Okay, no, it's fine. It just wanted to do as such. It's the same to hit, so that's my fault. I just read the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
So I'm going to move up like 10 feet, so they're both within 30 feet of me, and cast Bane.
You got it. What is that? Wisdom save?
Where'd it go? Charisma, 16.
Charisma. Of course it's charisma. 9 fails.
Yep.
And... Oh, great. -1. Beautiful. That's... 7 fails. So they're both Bane. Negative.
Nice.
It was attacks and saves, right?
You within range. Whenever the...
So you're moving up 10 feet here?
Yeah.
You should be able to move this.
Yep.
Hold on. I should be able to let you.
So yeah. Subtract that from the attack roll or saving throw. So yeah. And then bonus action, wild shape into a brown bear.
You got it. You should be able to control it. So you're a brown bear now. Beautiful. Is Bane concentration?
Yes.
Can you hold concentration in wild shape?
Yep.
Okay, sounds great. That's your turn.
Yeah.
This guy is gonna go, no, you didn't. And he is going to firebolt you. $25.
Yeah, that hits.
19.
Yeah.
Just
all right. As you do this and turn into your bear, you are going to take $10 fire damage as it explodes in your side.
Okay.
Did he just turn into a bear?
Now, can I do
Like-
there's 2 attacks? So that's casting a spell isn't an attack. It's casting a spell, right? Yeah, understood. Okay, that's his turn. He's actually gonna back up to there. All right.
All right. Let's see. How much distance is that? $40 feet just in my distance. I'm going to go up on this guy right here, JT. Bam. And while I'm doing that, I'm obviously entering into...
He's going to take attack of opportunity as you run away.
Okay.
Gonna make an unarmed strike. 14 to hit.
Doesn't.
All right. You get away successfully.
Oh, did you do the minus 1d4? Or no, I'm sorry, that's for the other scene. Never mind.
It would have been a minus 1d4, and he missed anyway. So
Okay. So I'm just reading through everything again.
oh, no problem. Go ahead, Sheila. What are you doing?
Was he right up on me? I thought he was over.
This guy was on you. That guy.
Oh.
You were over here, and he was right up on you.
Oh shit! I didn't run from him.
Oh, do you want to stay there and hit him instead?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do that.
Yeah. My screen didn't render. I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. So I'm gonna enter my rage and throw down my attacks real quick.
All right.
I'm gonna go reckless as well.
He didn't go reckless, so you're good.
15, 17 is my high on that one.
17 hits.
23 on the other.
Hits.
All right, so that is
Okay.
6 plus a 9, or 6 plus 3, so that's 9 damage. That's 18 damage on all together.
18 damage.
Yep.
He is looking, well, not looking rough, but that hurts. All right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
He's going to take his attacks on you. Another natural 1. And another natural 1.
Sheila like Bruce Lee right now.
Fucking kidding me? All right. Well, that's his fucking turn. I'm not even going to bother. Go ahead.
I'm going to walk over. Ooh, can I control?
What'd you say?
No, I'm trying to. Am I supposed to just click and drag it? I don't know if.
Oh, I don't know. You just click. Yeah, it's not working. Where do you want to go?
Okay. Next to so he's flanked.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna bite and claw attack.
All right. Roll with
I get
advantage.
+5. 12. Well, you said advantage for both, or just
For both, yeah.
So I'm guessing either of those hit. So that's the bite.
12 hits.
Oh, 12 does. Okay.
Doesn't have a big con for this guy on armor defense.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 17. Anyways, it's a +5 to hit. And 1d8. 5 + 4, so 9.
What's advantage still? So one more roll.
For the attack?
Yeah, because you're flanking.
Yeah, I rolled twice. I got a 12 and a 3.
For the first one, and then the second attack?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, you're doing
so
damage. You're doing.
sorry.
That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. Sorry.
So yeah, that's 9 because I get a plus. It's 1d8 + 4, and then I'll roll for the. Oh, sorry, 9 and a 19 for the 2d20.
19 hits for sure. 19 + 5, 24.
All right, and then 2d6. 9 and then so 13.
13 more damage.
Mhm.
He is looking bloodied already. You guys are just tearing into this dude with your fists and claws. This guy is pissed now that you're fucking up his friend. So he's going to cast magic missiles at first level against you. Does 9 hit?
Nope.
Wow.
Do you have to roll the hit with magic missile? I thought they were automatic.
Oh, you don't? No, you don't. Hey. 3. That's it. 1d4 + 1 per dart. Oh man, that's right. Thank you for telling me that.
Sorry, I don't mean to get
No,
my
it's
guys
DMs.
hurt, but
Thank God someone's paying attention. So
I've DM'd a
5
couple
damage.
campaigns.
2 damage, 5, 6, so 7, and another 5, so 12 damage altogether. Force damage, just in your back as you're tearing, just pop, 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 blows into you.
All right, so I'm hurting. And I have to. I'm holding concentration, so I have to roll for that. Right?
For each hit? No.
No. Okay. Just once, or
We'll do once.
okay.
But it's it's half, so it'd be 10.
So I just roll a d20, correct?
Plus your con. Con save.
Oh,
Con
let's
save.
see. Oh, well, it's +0, but. Ooh, I do get advantage because I'm Warcaster.
You do get advantage because you're Warcaster.
Even worse.
Revert
Aw.
back.
No, I don't revert back. They lose Bane.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because you can hold it. They lose.
Yeah.
Bane. Okay. I love it. That's his turn. That's your turn. Let's move into Sheila. Sheila, what are you doing?
He's going back right into a reckless attack on this dude.
Fuck him up.
19.
Hits.
21 was my highest on that one. 18 damage.
Wait. What's going on?
I hit on both of them, and my damage is just 18.
18 damage altogether.
Yeah.
Not looking good. You were just, this guy's like, what? He's swinging back and forth between the two of you as this bear is tearing into him and realizing that
So confused.
May have made a mistake. He's gonna just do what he can. He's going to go into Greg's up. He is going to, hold on. Yeah, he's going to use his attacks against you. He's going to make 2 unarmed strikes against you. Probably roll ones again. 11. 21 to hit. Does that hit?
21
Sheila?
hits. 21 hits.
That's 6 damage to you. And then he's going to use his action surge. So he's going to make 2 more attacks against you. 22, does that hit?
It hits.
5 more or 6 more damage. And 24, does that hit?
It hits.
6 more damage as he's just screaming, "Rah!" Smashing into you. That's his turn. Not looking good though. Tyrion, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm up again. Sorry. Yeah, just keep attacking him. He said he's not looking great.
No. First attack at advantage.
So 40-20 for multi attack.
Yes.
So, well, 2 first.
We'll just start one at. Just do one at a
Yeah,
time.
I just did 2. So,
So 17
12
hits.
enough. All right, 17.
Roll your damage. The crowd is losing their shit right now. A lot of
Someone getting
booze.
messed
Lot
up
of
by a
booze.
bear.
A lot of booze right now.
Lot of boobs.
Booze, yeah, because most people bet on these 2 people who are just getting wrecked.
So 9.
9
He's still-
damage.
Yeah, is he still up there?
He is still up.
Damn. All right.
Barely, but still up. 36
So-
hits, I think.
Well, no, it's a 17 and a 19.
19 hits.
Either one should, and then. So another 6 damage.
And as you claw through him, tearing him apart, you just slow motion gets swiped to the ground as you and Sheila, now good friends, stare at each other, panting and turning around, looking at the last lonely player on the board.
Sheila's gonna look at Etrian and just like throw her hand out, and he'd paw, and they just go, whoa,
Air high
whoa,
five.
whoa.
As you both turn, and it costs. He kind of backs up a few steps.
Yeah, there's nothing that Sheila needed like a friend that can turn into a bear.
He's going to cast Toll the Dead on. Oh wait, hold on. As he hits the ground, you watch as that's right. He's a half orc.
Oh.
Yeah. Takes a deep breath and comes back, rage in his eyes, standing there, still ready to fight. You don't have any more. You just have the 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, I just have the multi-attack. I don't have anything for a bonus attack.
So he's gonna still attack you, Tyrion, with Burning Hands. So he's gonna make it a spell attack against you, right? That's what it is. Oh no, it's a dex save. Dex save.
Oh, I'm not.
10. You fail. 3d6 plus 1d6. Oh no, 3d6 fire damage. So 16 fire damage as oh wow, holy shit. You just get blasted in the back by 3 burning fiery hands blow up against you.
Okay, I fall back into my normal shape and lose a bit of health.
And he's gonna go, Greg! As Greg's standing there. Sheila, you're up. You see Greg, who stood back up after just getting destroyed by your newfound friend.
Alright, I'm just gonna... Is he still... Do I have to knock him out still?
You would have to use back at 1 hit point.
Yeah. I'll knock him out.
Roll an attack.
17.
Hits.
9
he's at
damage.
1 hit point, so don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Blasts him back. He falls to the ground. This time, unconscious for real.
She's just gonna stay down.
You have a second attack if you want to do anything, or movement or whatever, bonus action.
Yeah, I'm gonna move down to our little caster friend.
What's your distance? He's 40 feet away from you. Do you have 40 feet movement?
I have 40-foot walking speed.
So you could get up to him and go and take your second attack.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Regular attacks. Unless you go reckless, regular attack.
I'm just doing a regular attack. 19.
Hits.
9 damage.
Okay. This is the first this one's been hit. Alright, is that your last bit?
I'm gonna throw up Ancestral Protectors now, too.
The bonus action?
Yep.
Alright, that's your turn. You're up. He's gone.
All right.
You're up.
Kind of pissed they just knocked me out of my bear. So I'm gonna move over so I get a clear shot at the last fighter over there and cast Blight, which is a 16 con save.
Con save. Hold on. 14.
That fails.
All right.
Hold on, sorry, I'm just doing this. Takes 37 damage.
Woo!
I'm really
Holy
pissed.
shit!
I wanted to impress the new people to get me off this island.
You watch as he just rocks to the ground and he's just like gasping for breath, almost at the end, going, "Who are you?" Is it your turn?
Yeah, I'm done.
He is gonna look at you, breathing heavy, unable to see what's going on. He's going to cast Healing Word on himself. Not that that's gonna do anything. That's 9 damage to him. And he's gonna use his action to cast Firebolt at you, just because you're not next to him and it doesn't have disadvantage on attack.
Mhm.
That's a 16 to hit you.
Is that with the? Oh no, I'm not holding anymore. So yeah, that hits. Yeah.
So it was a 2d10, right?
So you gotta Spirit Shield that and drop it by 2d6.
9 damage.
I have that.
No, I have Spirit Shield, and since I cast Ancestral Protectors, now that you got damage, you can drop it by 2d6.
Oh,
So,
nice.
so what? So he takes.
But you said it only did
Yeah.
9. Can I save that in case they do more?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
use
save it.
whenever. It's real.
So 9 damage to you, and that's his turn. Sheila, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna make my 2 attacks with reckless attack.
It-
20,
Yeah, that hits.
22.
Both hit.
All right, that's 18 total.
That's it, man. How do you want to complete this transaction?
It's gonna be like all of a sudden the lights go dark. And I come up and I go, pew, pew, and then bomb, and it just drops to the ground and fatality comes up on the screen.
The crowd erupts in bullshit as the last guy goes, hey, now you made your bets. It's not my problem. Walks
Fiera
over to the 2 of you.
casts invisibility
What?
on themselves.
Said what?
Fiera casts invisibility on themselves.
You just, and people are looking around. You hear Pam go, all right, in this loud voice, and grabs both of your hands, raises them up, and goes, we have winners, and if you don't respect it, you can get out of my bar. And everybody kind of silences up, and you watch as they kind of make their way over to the main bar and start paying out. You all make 3 times what you put in,
Hey, 30 gold, right?
and the 2 of you got let out. And Pam kind of brings you all to the side and whispers in the 2 of your ears, I really could use that help down in the cavern. Get your friends. Maybe Horace knows some more information that they don't know, but let me know tomorrow. Drinks are on me tonight. Hands you another bottle and kind of smiles and heads behind the bar as you guys enjoy your victors. How much did I say you won again? 100.
3
Oh,
times.
she also slips in your hand each 100 gold for winning,
All right.
and kind of lets you guys do what you want for the rest of the night. So what do you guys want to do?
Go and spend some of my winnings.
Etrian,
So as you guys kind of
Good
leave,
fight, Sheila. That was.
what are you doing? Why are you not with us?
Well, you guys just got here.
Stick around. We could use a little bit more of that.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
you know, it's late at
yes.
night. There's no shops open, just so you know. Sorry.
no, I just meant at the bar.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Unless everyone's booing and giving us dirty looks, in which case I'd suggest that we would leave and go somewhere else.
No, I mean, after Pam said something, people are giving you dirty looks, but no one's actively booing you. People are looking for this stupid satire, told them some shit information, but you can't seem to find it.
Just
You just hear like this ethereal voice or this voice next to you, but you don't notice anything. Like, good job, guys. Sheila, you are one tough cookie, and I did not realize you were part bear. Is that like a thing that we should be worried about? Does that just happen anytime?
not worried. It's mostly under control.
I hear
Okay.
this disembodied voice, and I'm like, you doing that thing when we're like, the cat sees like a fly or something, and like, just real confused.
No, Zara, I'm over here. No, over here, over here, over.
Like,
You
I
probably,
popped him in the face.
yeah, you eventually probably hit me. She's like, ah. Okay, all right, okay.
Okay, yeah, no, got you there.
Yeah, so you guys kind of play out your evening as you will, and I don't know if you're sleeping back on the ship.
Oh yeah.
As you guys kind of, and one more thing to note too, after that 100 gold that Heavy Neck could put up to dock his ship here, that he's gonna be, I'm sure, happy about. I'm sure I got a text somewhere. You do notice that there are still armed Union members hanging out on the dock near your ship, just kind of. I mean, they're not like questioning you; they're just kind of hanging out. But you guys make your way back on the ship for the evening, and
Don't mind, I'm staying wherever I'm staying, so I would see if you guys need help with the basement job you guys are doing or whatever tomorrow. With the other that the bartender asked you to do.
Or you're coming back to after party on the ship, bro.
Okay, or that. Yeah, let's go. You did just buy a bunch of, what was that stuff called?
Tingle grass.
Yeah.
so as you make you with your newfound friends blaze up on the poop deck, if you will. I think that's a good enough spot to take a break, guys. What do you think?
Yeah.
Sounds
We'll
good.
kind of pull
Whatever
back
we
into it.
could use.
10 minutes or
Yeah.
so, 15 minutes. Stay tuned. We're just gonna take a bathroom break. I gotta pee, and I think sit around. We'll be right back. Hey, so welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed it. Just gonna get back to the swing of meeting new people. So as you guys make it back to the ship, anything you guys want to do? Last minute things you wanna? Sheila, you're muted. If you're chatting, sound like you're chatting.
I'm coughing.
Oh, I got you. Sorry. So anyway, yeah, you guys kind of take your newfound friend back to the ship. It's kind of late. You guys kind of just crash out. Oh, just so you see it, Tyrion, for the first time, I'm just gonna do it. I mean, you don't have to change up. I'm gonna just change where he is so you can kind of see what the ship looks like. So this is a ship. It's a double mast. Are you on Roll20?
Yep, yeah, I see it.
It's yeah, 2 bottom with a captain's quarters in the back with a big bed, and then it goes down the front. And then it's pretty much, I know there's not too much, but there's pretty much bunks that line this set. It seems as though most of them are taken, but you guys kind of partied here in the captain's quarters since no one was asleep, and kind of, if you wanted to sleep on the ship, you would have found yourself in one of the bunks downstairs, kind of waking up in the early next morning.
Yeah.
And I am assuming Sheila would have parlayed with Heavy Neck about his new friend who turns into a bear, but we'll roleplay that next week.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to talk about, or we can just go to the next morning?
So Zizera, did I pronounce that right? I apologize.
Zasaria.
Zasaria. Ah, I will get it. So I was curious. How do you keep your fur looking so nice? Is that like
I mean,
Cause like he like points down to his like lower region. He's like, I have so much. It just never go.
I like lick my hand and like.
Oh, I never even thought of that. That's so genius. I usually just like jump in the ocean, but then it's all salty and it gets all like coarse and like.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just how I've always done it.
Yeah. You're gonna see him like over in the corner, like licking his hand, like wiping his legs.
It's cool. You know, it's not even a hand. It's just, I don't know. The other hand. That like cat thing with his head up, you know. Trying to.
I've just accidentally tricked him into licking his butthole.
Trying to. He's not that flexible.
So other than that, just cool. You guys kind of wake up the next morning, bright day, nice out, sunny. Tyrion, you kind of wake up hurting hard. You did get whacked, and some of that grog you're drinking, and you're kind of like, for a second, you wake up and you're like, wait, where the fuck am I? And then you like kind of starts coming back. You hear like snoring in the distance of Sheila with like curlers in her hair, sleeping on a thing, and just interesting. You kind of look around, you realize that there's a few people on the ship. You see a couple gnomes. You see a tiefling, a red tiefling with its tail hanging over the edge. You see, and it just, you realize that this is a menagerie of creatures that seem to be hanging out together. But you kind of make your way up, and the rest of your crew's already awake, ready to go. People, Sheila and Max, all of them, they're already kind of, no, Sheila's sleeping, but Max and you guys are already on the ship, and kind of people are just doing what they're gonna do.
As I walk out, I close the door a little bit too hard so I can get going. I'm a morning person.
A bunch of people kind of go, fuck you, and like,
laughing as I walk away.
What is this, sunshine?
Joe.
Am I too loud?
I'm role playing that you're loud because it's supposed to be the morning, but also the chat is complaining that you're very loud.
Okay, let me fix myself.
Just a little loud.
I don't know why. I'm like so low. How about now, people? Is it better now?
Better, far better.
Now, better.
Honestly,
So
it's not changing much for us. Maybe it's the Zoom.
It might be a tech thing. Hold on.
Maybe it's the Zoom chat. I think the regular chat's probably fine. Anyway,
just keep talking. I'll fix myself.
Yeah, no problem. So the rest of you see, I mean, kind of wake up. Max, I'm not sure what you're doing, but you kind
Max
of
comes over to him with his morning coffee. Son, you gotta keep it down in the morning. These kids stay up partying all night, and they get so cranky in the mornings.
Max is already 100% awake, been up for an hour and a half, coffee
You-
ready to rock.
You see him
Hangover's
pour
doing
The
something
effect.
from
problem
a
though is
flask.
Max is asleep by 5 o'clock on the dot every night.
Oh yeah, early dinner.
Yeah, goes for
Early
that
dinner's
blue
the way to
plate
go.
special.
Oh, I love it. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry,
Yeah.
continue. Real
He pours like a little bit of something from a flask into his coffee and just takes a sip from it. And he kind of brings him over and like stares off into the distance. Train.
I'm also drinking from a flask, just to not get the hangover. To stay
Son,
drunk.
We've got a world of adventures ahead of us.
You're very optimistic. Did they kidnap you? Do you know what's going on?
No idea.
Just very worried for Max.
No idea what we're doing.
At least you're having fun, though.
Of course, it's the only way to be.
That's good.
Finally, Sheila emerges, just like looking like a supermodel. Even though, like when she fell asleep last night, she had like half a lit one just in her mouth, just passed out.
And down the boat.
And she's like, "All right, like who's ready? Let's go solve that bar problem."
So you guys
back in the morning.
come off and where your ship's docked now that like some of the larger ships have left. It's a pretty long dock. It takes you a while to walk down. I mean, it could really dock a lot of ships here, more than you were anticipating initially. So it's kind of a long, creaking, lengthy lock. You could smell the salt air, hear the waves smashing up against the cliff sides. Again, you see now that ship to your side that was docked to that port to the right is changed. It's a long ship now that's there, and it looks as though you kind of see another spot with a mast in the distance on the shore. It's just still strange, but you guys make your way up and get to the bottom of the cliff, kind of walk your way in. And the only thing in this cliff, other than a few hovels and storage facilities to stone doors to the left, is the workers union to the right, that big cascade wood wall that's built to block off wherever the cave goes in, and that's where you guys hung out, and that's where you hang out, Tyrion, with the workers union trying to get off the island. So past that, as you kind of follow this small little bit of water breaks in on high tide, but otherwise it's a long cavern. It starts to get almost mined, if you will. You see the wood structures and different types of boarding and it's strange. It almost seems like it's made out of old ships, but it's kind of like carved out. And as you start to walk, you hear the large footsteps from behind you. I was wondering when you guys make it. You kind of all turn around and see Big Pam, the big Loxodon, kind of walking up. Well, I was really hoping you guys would come. You think you're ready to figure this out? You guys talk to Horace?
Well, we just woke up and got back to town after getting a little bit, well, not quite beat up, but getting in a fight at least.
She kind of looks at you, and her trunk kind of wicks something that, like a little blood dried off your face.
Thanks.
Ooh, sure looks like it. Well,
Can you direct where is? You said a horse ran out of the cave.
so no, Horace, one of my workers, he's on the 3rd floor, but I don't know. I don't know if there's much he'd want to tell you. He just came out screaming. We up ahead. She kind of like nods, points her nose up in the distance. We were just breaking out, and I don't know, it just kind of opened up into a cavern. I couldn't see far across it, so we sent in a group of people. And well, next thing I know, Horace is screaming his head off, running out the door. Said, shut it behind him, and wouldn't let go until we did. Called for the others, but we didn't hear anything, and we just kind of said, oh well. Haven't been back since. So.
How long has this been?
2 weeks.
Should have had time to relax a little bit since then. I don't know if anybody else is interested, or we just want to go run it in.
He lives up
I'm okay
next
with
to
that.
the apothecary shop on the top rim, near where the section burned there.
Fiera is just gonna like, after what I saw last night, we're ready for anything. We got a bear and Sheila.
If there's one thing a goblin likes, it's a cave.
Well, she kind of pats her side and she's like, "Where's this long blue like trench coat almost that kind of comes to the side?" You hear some change jingling in her pocket. She goes, "Well, I know you'll be in good favor of the president of the union there, and you'll definitely be in my favor. So if you're up for it, good luck." She kind of nods and smiles, turns around, and starts making her way out. And it is, I mean, from here on out, I mean, there's sunlight still that like from the morning sun that's kind of reflecting off and lighting this part of the cave. But as you kind of look to where it's been mined, it's just black. Who has dark vision?
I do.
I do.
I
'cause
do.
I'm a
How
cat.
far?
60
I have
feet.
60. Yeah.
Black. I mean, you can see your 60 feet and you can see the 20 feet beyond that dim vision, but it just keeps going past your vision even.
Can
Cool.
I light a torch? My blind ass self.
Satyrs don't have dark vision? I thought everything had dark vision except for humans.
Nah. We got
Oh.
all sorts of other fun stuff.
Fairbolgs don't either, oddly enough.
Oh shit.
I can cast light on the end of my staff and use that as like a torch going down.
Or cast it.
Cast
on my
light's a cantrip,
board
right?
And I'll
It's
walk.
basically torchlight. Yeah. So I mean, Fiera lights a torch. You light a torch. What'd you say, Sheila?
Or you can cast light on my sword, and I'll walk out in front.
Yeah, either one.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We'll do that.
It kind of glows. So the torch, you have the flickering light in the background, but the steady cantrip seems to almost like how far does that light? What is? I can look it up. You won't even have it. Just so I have an idea.
So a 20-foot radius,
A bright light, and then what?
and then dim light for an additional 20 feet.
And you can 40 feet. So the dark visioners can even see farther than that. So now you can see close to 100 feet down the tunnel, right? Nothing.
I'm gonna
right?
yell, Max, jump on my belt.
And Max like tries to like climb up the side.
You climb up. Yeah, I mean, if Sheila helps you up, you can get up.
Yeah. He's staying right on my side.
So you guys kind of start making your way forward. It's a pretty long tunnel. It seems as though they were kind of like mining for something. It starts wide, right? It starts like this big road that kind of goes down, but 200 feet in, it gets real narrow, and it seems as though they were just kind of seeing what's ahead of them. And as you look up, there's almost a crack in the rock above you, so you can see what they were following. It's from where you see, it's almost like a flat ceiling, but you can still see the vein that they're following. Suddenly, your light cascades into a chamber, and it just opens up in front of you. And even 100 feet, you guys can see with your dark vision out. You see some rocks that have fallen and a few pieces of stone here and there, but beyond that, it's just pretty much nothing.
Are we already past the door that they closed or no?
There's no door to close. It was just
I
kind of
said
like,
after they closed
it just got no. So like, yeah, fair enough. No, so like it starts like where they built the city, right? There was like I hold my hands open, but a couple 100 feet wide crack in the rocks with a shelf, right? That's kind of what they started the city on, and they built, but it kind of like it came in as a point as the, so everything that was open has been filled with stores and shops and stuff.
Yeah.
But they basically were following this big crack that got super narrow. They were widening it open and working their way back, basically trying to make more room. So there's nothing to close, but the light just gets dark because the entrance is lit because it's open and there's torches. But as you get farther and farther down, it just got darker and darker. So it's not like anybody closed the door. You're just, if you turn around and you look out, in the distance, you can see the silhouette of a door, a couple 100 feet away.
Oh,
but
so we're well into it. So if I'm looking around, do I see any tracks or anything?
Yeah, roll a survival check. 20. So you look down and you start taking, so the light's in front of you, and as you enter this cave, you kind of look, and there's a few sets of tracks that go straight off into the darkness, and they come out to the left and to the right. With a 20, would you actually roll?
It was 12.
Yeah, no, but it's still 20. with that, you notice that there's no left to right footprints other than what seems to be the track that you've been following. And I mean, you guys have been kind of following the one path because it's got narrower and narrower before it opened. I mean, before it actually opened in the cave, it pretty much was only 6 feet wide and maybe 7 feet tall. And it kind of just, you see where they kind of like, it's not even, they just broke in and now it's open. You can see where people have walked left to right, but in the distance, there's just that single track of 4 footprints that go out. And with the 20, you can see that there's just one set of footprints that comes
Coming
running
back in. So, I mean, I tell everybody and see what we want to do next. If it's wide open, I can do some other forms if we want to get a better idea. But if you guys aren't worried about scoping stuff out, we can just keep going forward.
Fiera looks at Sheila like, fearless leader?
Might as well just keep trucking along.
Do you think this girl ever looked a boy in the eye and said no? We move ahead.
So you guys just start.
Max is like 20 yards behind him, trying to catch up, huffing and puffing away.
Sheila, did you drop Max?
Oh, I'm riding Sheila. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
he's still huffing and puffing at that car.
I'm still huffing and puffing.
He's been walking with his feet in the air, swinging the whole time. You know, like anyway, so the whole room opens up. It's pretty big. With your 2 lights, with your torch and your light up, you know, you got a couple 150 feet will stay around you with the people with dark vision, and you start to look around and there's broken rock, stalagmites coming up from the ground, big ones, right? And you kind of look up and you don't really see even a ceiling. It's almost like a hollow until.
Thank you for using the proper term.
You know how I remember,
because tights hang tight.
No. So if it's a stalagmite, you might trip over it. If it's a stalactite, you have to hold on tight so you don't fall off of it.
Never gonna forget those again.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
See, that's what people come to the stream for. Is that like that's the content, that horseback. That's why they're here.
It's definitely not a 220-pound white male playing a female barbarian.
That's why I come every week. So you guys come up and who's lead? So what's the marching order? First things first. Jeez Louise. I should do these things ahead. I'm assuming Sheila's out front with
I would not be walking right out in the front.
Max riding. Right.
I would probably be following closely behind Max and Sheila because one, I have dark vision and I can smell those. I can smell those snacks.
Okay, so because I don't have so many minis, just because I know you guys don't have the layer yet, but I just want to do it. I'm gonna just use other people's minis. But we have imagination, right? That's the whole point of this game. It's about imagination.
I have a fresh new mini.
So we have Sheila. And then we have Max on the back. Who's after them?
I'll go after them.
I'll be after
Zasaria. Is that how it said, Zasaria? I don't.
That's Arya.
Zasaria.
It's because my cat Arya is a lemon, like lemon zest. Boom.
Well, I appreciate you explaining that because I'll never forget that again. Tyrion, where are you after that?
I'm next in line.
All right. And then Fiera, you're in the rear.
In the back. Definitely.
Singing along. No, I'm just kidding.
Probably
still trying to
fighting
lick
the
his
urge to
butthole.
sing. Like trying to be quiet, but maybe like humming a little bit.
Keep humming every couple minutes.
Yeah.
So you kind of break up and you come across some broken pillars almost. It's like a center room. Who's keeping an eye out?
I would be.
Anybody else? Just him? Or give one more person, or you can have if anybody wants to help, or no, it could just be him.
I think Sheila is obviously looking around with her sword.
You think what?
Sheila's obviously looking around with her sword.
All right, roll me a perception check. The two of y'all. Oh man, so many screens.
I don't know why it rolled twice.
20.
19 to 20.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know why mine rolled twice.
Sometimes it just does that.
Oh, there
okay.
it was a survival. The first one was a survival check from earlier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you rolled a 19. No problem.
Sorry, I thought she had rolled already.
No problem. So 20. Hold on 1 second. How about I do this? I'm gonna roll here because you guys don't fucking need to know to roll all the time. What's the point of being a DM if I can't hide a roll or two when I'm doing stealth shit?
Right? Oh.
Take all
That's
the
a
fun out
natural.
of it.
What'd you guys roll 20? Well, that was a natural 1, so congratulations. I still roll shit even when it's in real life. It's weird. So it's with a 20 perception than 19, you see the footsteps. So you guys have been kind of like loosely following these footsteps into this cavern, right? With Tyrion behind you, kind of point out, Sheila, see him in front of you, you know, with that survival roll from before, you've been kind of following. And up till now, it's just been that single sprint track back and the footprints going forward, you know. But as you come up here, you start to notice that they branch out, and you're realizing that these footprints aren't just one set of running footprints. There's a few sets of running footprints. And you kind of break into this circle, right? And the torch lights the inside of this, and you notice on the ground some gear and body and another set of gear on the far side. You know what? Here, how about we do this? Hold on. Okay. I'll bring you guys to where I'm at because we're all there together. So you guys all right. So Heavy Neck, you're actually Joe. You're going to play Heavy Neck's character because I only have so many minis. Sheila, you're Sheila. Zasaria, you're obviously Katya because come on.
Nope. I'm a cat.
Yeah, but fair
That
enough.
is literally my parents' cat. There is zero copyright on it.
M, actually gonna be M just because you get it. And I'm gonna find one for you, Tyrion. Give me 1 second. Who did I have you as before? I had you as M, but we'll do that.
Yeah.
You know what? We can do this. Zilcha,
You can use Gotcha if he wants.
No, Zilcha, forgive me. Is Zilch there? Do you see him? Yeah, Joe, you see him. Hold on. I gotta make them from GM token layer. Perfect. So see that tiefling there with the red wings? That's gonna be you. No.
Right.
You don't mind. We'll get you a mini eventually.
That's fine, yeah.
So you guys kind of come up and you see so right here is a body, right here is a set of gear, and right here is a set of gear. This doesn't exist, okay? And just kind of ignore the rest of the shit. Maps are maps. But you kind of see this. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna look at the gear real quick and see if we can discern if this is our good friend.
Which one? Move your character. Layer am I on?
Where's the gear again?
Right there. Is that you?
I'm gonna follow and give you guidance.
All right. So you're gonna
if you're rolling at anything.
Yeah.
So roll an investigation check there, Sheila, with a D4.
$19.
19. Okay. All right. So you kind of rolls over and you realize now his head seems crushed in almost. His eyes are bulging. He's kind of has a mouth open. And it doesn't look like he has much on the rest of him. His gear's still on him. You get 28 gold pieces that you both find as you pull out of his pockets. He has a nice rapier on him, a good set of a chain shirt and some decent leather boots. I mean, nothing magical, but decent gear. And he looks like his head is almost crushed and can't breathe.
As we're walking in here, I'm looking around to see if anything's hanging up on the ceilings, or if it looks like this is
Roll
left here
a
for some kind of
perception
reason.
check. I'll give you another one now that you're looking for something specific.
Anything hanging on the ceiling other than stalactites.
Stalactites, yeah.
How about you both roll a perception check for me?
That's fun.
How about that?
I got
Oh.
I got a 23. So
I don't even notice.
30
the
altogether.
stalactites.
Cesaria, you just have this with all this dust around. You just have this weird urge to have to poop. Anyway, like it's cat litter. No, it's not funny. Act like too far.
Wait, what?
But with the
I'm
23,
gonna go ask my cats if dust makes them have to poop. Be right back.
so you see with the 23, you kind of look up and you see these weird leather cloaks hanging up where they really shouldn't be.
I'm gonna ask if everybody else sees that and is weirded out by someone hanging cloaks up on stalactites.
Fiera
Like,
looks up and is just like, how do they get him up there?
I am like so confused.
That's really far up. They must be able to fly. No, maybe. I don't know. Can we? No, we don't.
They don't look like any animals or anything. Just cloaks.
No, man, it's just like a couple leather cloaks.
Can I cast Mage Hand and try to get one of them?
30. What is it? 30 feet on Mage Hand.
Yeah.
Kind of just. I mean, you'd have to walk under, like directly underneath it to reach straight up if you're gonna do that.
Like try to just get one and pull it down.
So do you like walk
What if
underneath one?
Fiera, like lifts him up to give him some extra height?
So you kind of do it as you grab it. This face opens up, and I need everybody to make.
You gotta do it with your
wisdom
hand or
saving
with Mage
throw.
Hand?
Who's within 60 feet? So pretty much all of you, because you all kind of moved up and worked over. So I need all of you make a wisdom saving throw as this giant creature opens up and spreads its wings. This huge beast that you were convinced was a cloak. And I also need everybody to roll initiative after you're done rolling your wisdom saving throw.
So that is a 20 on my wisdom save.
All right, so we'll do initiative tracker. I'll put all your things. You put them in yourselves. And it's a DC 14 on the wisdom save. So how about you just tell me
I saved.
if you save or not?
I didn't.
Hold
What
on.
was for is it? Would you consider this a magical effect?
No, it's not. It's just an ability. It's a moan. It's a scream. So it's not actually a magical effect.
JT, you have me on there twice.
Anybody who failed is frightened of this thing.
Great. What was it? A 15?
14. Sheila, you're right underneath it. Heavy Neck. Who'd we say Heavy Neck was?
That's me.
So you were kind of close. You were over here. Max was right up on top of you. And you were close. All right. And we're going to do this. Put this to token layer. As behind it, you guys hear another screech as the other leather cloak comes to life. Not moaning, but still just not right this minute at least, but coming in as you all see this. What'd you guys get for initiative? Does everybody have an initiative up there? Heavy Neck.
I got a
Joe, what'd you get, Fiera? For initiative. I'll roll for the cloakers.
wrong button.
Guys, I don't think I've ever run cloakers, and I've been really excited to do it. So I hope you enjoy this.
Okay.
Remember that time that he said, "I've never run leeches. I'm really excited to do it."
I didn't. They weren't leeches. First off, so. Okay. Who's frightened? We're gonna do add turn. 19 was this one. And we're gonna do this. 22, 18, 18. Do this. Who's up? Wow, a lot of 8s. Max, you're up first. As you see this thing screech out this thing. Are you feared?
No.
Then you see this thing as some of your friends do it, and it just curdles your mind. You are immune to the moan for the next 24 hours as well, just so you know, in case anything ever happens again. What do you want to do?
So Max is going to vault backwards off of Sheila, kind of like old Yoda style. So he does like that jump, slow motion backflip off of Sheila. And he's gonna land on the ground and cast Mage Armor on himself.
Okay.
And then he is going to use.
I need you to roll a D100 for me.
Oh shit.
Mage Armor is over a level 1 spell, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a spell. It's a spell.
Sure is.
61.
Listen, man, I don't make you more wild magic enough, okay?
Yeah. And then he's going to use a quicken spell. And
what was your D100?
61.
All right, hold on real quick before we go any farther. Ooh, I hope it's a good one, man. I'm hoping for a good one of these days. For the next minute, you must shout when you speak.
All right. He's going to then cast Earthbind.
How does he cast Earthbind?
As loud as he possibly can. The end of his staff is going to glow like a brown color and shoot it at the creature above Sheila there.
All right. What do I have to roll?
Target's AC. So you got to beat a DC 14 strength save.
Strength save. You guys are pretty strong, actually. Not that strong. 6.
All right. So your speed is reduced to 0 and you are grounded.
As you watch him screech out and slams to the ground right next to you, Sheila. 30 feet down. He takes where is it?
You safely descend.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep. And that's
okay.
Yep, that'll be the end of his turn. He'll vault back there.
Yeah, so you were mage hand, so you weren't even multi-type. Okay. That brings us to Cloaker number 1's turn. He's going to screech out, hearing the moan. He's gonna fly forward, and he is going to try to take his multi-attack against you.
Shit.
Bite attack is a +6 to hit.
Probably hits.
Roll a 1, don't worry.
Okay.
19 to hit.
That hits.
It is now. Then it, as it comes down to it, wraps itself totally around your head, taking its bite attack against you. You take 11 damage, and it didn't have advantage. So yeah, so it is just attached to you, stuck to you to the side. Okay. It can make this attack against you, and it has advantage, and that's it. And it's gonna make its second attack. It's gonna whack you with its tail as well. Sorry, just making sure I get everything right. There's a lot of stuff. 22 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
And then 9 slashing damage to you. That's its turn. Cloaker number 2 is going to use its phantasms thing. And suddenly, as you guys watch this one that screamed, it's going to blink and flicker and turn into 3 separate cloakers in front of you. And that's it. That's all I can do on its turn. And yeah, we're moving on to Saria.
So I am going to do the one that has whoever is Zilch.
Me.
That one is going to get a scorching ray.
I need you to roll a d6. Which one are you doing, Cloaker 1 or Cloaker 2?
The southernmost one.
Cloaker 1, the one that's wrapped to it. Yeah, make the save. Go ahead.
You said a d6?
No. Don't worry about it. That one's not duplicated. But what are you doing to it? Sorry, you did a scorching ray.
Scorching ray.
9 to hit does not hit.
So, but there's 3 rays.
Yep.
So
10 doesn't hit.
Well, fuck that.
All 3 of them go blasting by it as it's not so much that you miss, it's so much that Eterian's going.
I'm just like
moving around as this thing is just strapped to it.
And so because for Ranger, I have a second attack though, so I'm just going to.
So when you cast a spell, it's not an attack; it's casting a spell. You only get an attack if you do
it's under my attack categories.
Sorry.
On D&D Beyond.
Casting a spell isn't attacking.
Well, rude.
Sorry.
Then let me just make sure there's nothing else that I want to do. Then that will be all.
All right. That brings us to who is this?
Great question.
That's nobody. Heavy neck. Fiera, you're up.
I'm gonna look at the one on top of Ethereum and be like, I am not really cut out for this, but then I'm just gonna look at it and just be like, you're an ugly creature. And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
On which one?
The one on top of
All right. What do I make? What save?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wiz save. Not super wise. 7.
You take 4 psychic damage and you have disadvantage on the next attack roll you make.
4 psychic damage. Okay.
Nice.
All right. And a disadvantage on the next attack roll. Sounds good. Sheila, you're up. That's huge, actually, for these guys.
I don't have a lot of damage.
I'm just saying, anyway. Go ahead. I'll tell you what else.
I'm also just going to back up a little bit. Up against the wall.
All right.
All right. I'm going to enter into a rage and make my reckless attacks on the.
This one's grounded, so it's just on the ground. Is it prone, Max?
Said
It's
it
on the ground.
falls safely.
No, it's not prone. It's safe.
Okay. So regular attacks.
Yeah, regular attacks with reckless. So let's do it. 19.
19 hits.
17.
17 hits.
All right. Let's roll up that damage then. 10, 13.
So 23 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Not looking great. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw ancestral protectors up too.
Right. Eterian, it's up to you. You're up, and this thing is wrapped around your head.
All right. I'm not like restrained or anything. I can still cast and do
Not-
everything.
Yet.
Okay. I'm gonna cast what is it, bark skin, and then wild shape. If I'm a large enough creature, would it lose? I'm assuming.
I mean, there's no way for you to know.
Don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna wild shape to a giant constrictor and see what happens.
What size is that?
Huge.
Huge.
Huge beast unaligned.
As you change into this constrictor, you almost blow this thing off as its wings get ripped apart and it takes to the flight screaming, pissed off, but no longer attached to you.
Sweet. And that's my move.
It's your turn?
Yeah.
No bonus actions, no nothing?
Well, yeah. Barkskin was my action.
Oh,
bonus
I
action,
missed the
wild shape.
Barkskin. That's on me.
Sorry.
Sorry. No. Wait, hold on. So Bear Shift isn't a spell. It's just an ability, right? Shapeshift.
Yeah, I'm a druid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, wild shape.
Yeah.
Moon,
I
circle
can't wait
the
to
moon.
high level druid. Anyway,
Yeah, me neither. That's what
Max,
Moon's
you're up.
awesome.
Max is gonna see him transform into this huge creature, and he's going to take a step back, and cast enlarge on him.
How do you cast enlarge on him?
On me?
Yes. So now you are gargantuan.
You
Did we
barely
just-
fit in this
Did we just
chamber.
kill everybody by knocking out the chamber?
I was gonna say.
What do you say, Max? I just want to hear you shout.
Sheila's gonna yell, all good decisions start with yes.
Time to get big.
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's going to be his turn.
This giant, he's blown back. You are, wait, huge.
He is gargantuan.
So, I mean, I think that's how big you'd be. Seriously, this thing is gonna go out of its mind. Oh wait, who failed that save? They're feared. Who was feared, by the way?
Me.
earlier? Just you.
Yeah.
So you had disadvantage on those attacks, so they were straight rolls.
Oh, are they?
So I think you still hit, except for that one, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take back
13.
half that damage.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all good. I'm sorry. I was not paying attention.
No problem. No problem. I forgot all about that. I just don't want to make sure because yeah, you're feared. So you are still scared to shit of it, but you can still make attacks just at disadvantage. That's all it does. You can't move closer, but you're already right next to it, so it doesn't really change anything. This thing is going to do what it can, and you guys hear in the distance as another screech happens, and a third one shows up screaming in as it flies around. It's not going to get a turn yet. I'm going to roll for it. That's 8. So it's not going for a bit. Cloaker 1 is going to fly up to the closest thing it can, which is you, Zasaria, and is going to make its bite attack against you
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage. Thank you for saying that. Cancel. Advantage versus disadvantage. We're going to do plus. +14 to hit.
Oh, sorry.
That misses.
And it's going to make its tail attack against you instead. Is that set disadvantage too, or just the first one?
Let me read the spell. It's been a while.
Been a while.
The next attack roll it makes. So
Okay, so the next one's not. So we're going to do regular. So this is a tail attack. Is that a 15? Does that hit?
My armor class is 15, so.
So it hits. So you take. Give me 1 second. $11 slashing damage as this tail, as it misses you and you duck out of the way, but its tail whips across your back and just slices you open.
Rough times, rough times.
Okay, that's its turn. Who's up next? Wait, no, Cloaker 2 gets a turn. So it's going to make its attack against you, Sheila. It's going to do a bite attack against you. Not with disadvantage, just straight roll right. So +6.
Yep.
25 to hit. That hits for sure.
It hits.
You are grappled, and it's this one. It's 6-2 ahead as well, and then you get a 9 misses, so the tail misses. So you just take 10 piercing damage as it sinks its teeth and wraps itself around your head. Now you're get this thing attached to you, and that's its turn. Zasaria, you're up.
Okay, so the guy that just tried to fuck with me gonna get a longbow attack. 21 to hit for 11 piercing damage.
It's at disadvantage because it is within melee range of you. So, and you're using a range attack weapon.
Well, rude. Second one is a 9.
9 misses. As you shoot wild, this thing is just bearing down on you, just directly overhead.
Okay, then now, because I attacked, now it's 2 attacks. So then gonna go at him with my claws. Wow. This is all going very, very badly.
It is just, I mean, it's not so much that it's just unsettling, this thing flying down and coming down at you just out of nowhere. You just can't seem to get a good grip on it. That brings us to Fiera's turn.
Fiera's gonna run up to Cesaria and be like, all right, let's go for a little trip, and is going to grab you and cast Dimension Door.
If you're willing.
Yeah.
If you're willing.
That's smart.
I mean, I suppose I would just be like too caught off guard to know what's happening.
And
but...
just to kind of like try and tuck ourselves like around the corner maybe, or just out of initial eyesight of these creatures, but so that she still has a shot on it with her bow.
Understood. Yeah, put wherever she wants to go, wherever you want her to go.
I guess we're going about over here.
Over there?
Yeah.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that is it.
Sheila, this thing's on your face.
All right, let's get it off.
All right, you can make a strength check to see if we can pull it off. It's your action, though.
27.
You take it and just rip it off and look at it in front of you.
All right, then I'm just can I attack then after that?
So it literally, it's not a grapple. It literally says a creature, including target, can take its action to attach. So it was an attack action, so you can't attack with your bonus action without taking your attack action. So no.
Okay, that's what I was making sure. Then,
so anything else you want to do in bonus action? No, just rip it off your face.
Just rip it off my face.
All right. Cloaker 3 is up. It's going to come up and it's going to start harassing you. It's going to try to grab you, but it can't grab you. So it's still going to make the bite attack against you. That's a 24 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
And a tail attack is an 11 to hit.
That misses.
So you take 7 piercing damage. Let's say this thing just bites, but you're just kind of like a snake. It's just harrowing you, but it can't seem to get a good grip on you.
Kind of annoying.
You're up.
Do I get anything for enlarged? I don't know. What that
you get an extra D4
for each level up. So, yeah, no, for being larger. So just an extra D4 in your attacks. My fault. That's what it is.
On damage or to hit?
On damage.
Damage.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to constrict the one that just attacked me.
Yep.
Oh, that's not a. Ooh, so 10 or no, 11.
That does not hit.
Damn. I'm just gonna sit there and kind of be pissed off.
That's your turn. Snakes
Yep.
can do one thing.
Yeah. Well, technically 2, but 1 at a time. Yeah.
Max, you're up.
I am going to try to polymorph this guy.
All right. What's the save? Con save?
Wisdom save.
Whiz. Not very wise. 12.
Yep. So he is polymorph. So this big thing turns into a cute little sheep.
Sits
Just
around.
starts walking around. And then he is going to cast haste on Sheila with a quicken spell.
Quick as spell. So, but you can only do a cantrip or a spell, right?
I can use a bonus because I'm a warcaster. I can use a bonus action to cast a spell. So that's why I use it as a quicken spell. So I get an extra one.
Warcaster gives you can make it a spell as a opportunity attack.
Oh.
There is a
What's it?
feat. There is a feat that lets you do a spell but it's not Warcaster.
It's meta magic. Yeah, quicken spell.
Quicken spell makes a regular spell a bonus action, but can you still cast 2 spells in a turn?
If it's a bonus action, if I have an action and a bonus action.
Because you usually can only do a cantrip as your action if you cast a bonus action.
Oh, if that's what if you want to do.
Hold
that,
on, let me just look real quick. Let me just look. No, I'm not trying to hate.
Yep.
Let me just look. Give me 1 second. Where's my fucking player's handbook? We're looking up quick spell, right? Sir. Meta magic. Quick spell. When you cast a spell that has a cast time of 1 action, you can spend 2 source words cast the time to 1 bonus action. Yeah, but you can still only cast 1 spell and 1 cantrip a turn.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Then I will not cast haste and just polymorph him.
Sounds good.
All right. Cool.
That brings us to Cloaker 1's turn. It is going to turn around and just see this giant snake trying to constrict his friend, and it's going to go after you as well. It's going to make its bite attack. 20 to hit. And its tail attack is a 21 to hit.
Those both hit.
A 2, 3. That's 10 damage for the first one, and then 8 damage for the slashing damage for the tail attack. As you're just this giant, gargantuan constrictor that is just taking up this entire chamber, and they're almost like birds pecking at it. There's these giant creatures. Cloaker 2 is going to go after you again, Sheila. It's going to try to grab you again. Plus 6 to hit. 15, does that hit?
Nope.
And then it's going to do its tail attack. Man, I can't do 23 to hit with its tail attack.
It hits.
So 5 damage. Slashing damage too. Halved. Because you're raging. Sorry, you're up. You've been whisked away and hiding in the corner.
Yes. Longbow on. We'll go for the one that has Sheila.
All right.
She's not since she isn't a massive snake right now.
Yeah.
That is a 12.
12 does not hit.
Cool. Second one is a 20.
That sure hits.
Lovely. For 6 damage.
6 piercing.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking bad.
And because I am a swarm keeper ranger, my swarm is a bunch of little mice. And they're gonna come at this guy for another d6 piercing damage. Ooh, a whole 1 extra damage.
He's looking bad, man.
Glad I keep those little mice around.
Fiera, you're up.
Looking at what's going on, going to attempt something because I'm curious if it'll work. Is going to look at the cloaker on Sheila and is going to basically just be like, so what's the difference between a muffin and a brand muffin? It's what'll make it go faster. And then
That's funny.
It's gonna cast Tasha's Hideous
It
Laughter.
took me a second to process.
What's the
that.
save on it? Wisdom?
It is a. I'll hit the button. It is a DC 16 Wisdom save, but if the creature has an intelligence of 4 or less, it isn't affected. So I don't know if that's gonna happen on this creature. Or not.
No, it's smarter and it rolled a natural 20.
God damn.
Sorry.
Didn't think it was very funny.
I of course I rolled 20 on that.
It's all right. I got more.
All right.
And,
Yeah, so yeah, if you need any more dumb jokes, hit me up.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry. And yeah, that is my turn. I'm just gonna like cower slightly.
Sheila, you're up.
Well, Sheila is still in her rage. She's gonna make her attacks, and then she gets a third one because she's hastened right now, next to my friend Maxie.
You do. You have a second action. Well, let's do one at a time first, because 14 just hits.
All right. Let's roll that damage up. 17.
That is so. Your first one in your rage, you're just so pissed that you just reach up and just slice through it, drop it to the ground, dead.
All right. I'm gonna turn back around, point my sword at the other one, and come on over to make my attacks on it.
It's high in the sky, so he's gargantuan, right? And they're harrying him, so they got to be at least 15 feet in the air right now. 10, 15 feet. So
one of them's on the ground right now as a sheep, right?
Mhm.
the other one, the Cloaker 3 is on the ground as a sheep. Yes,
Oh, where's Cloaker 3?
right here.
Ooh, do I have the distance to get over there? It's 30 feet. Can I get around?
Yeah, you can get to him.
All right, let's do it. I got my movement distance, and I'm gonna make my last 2 attacks there.
So make your first attack.
17.
Hits a sheep for sure. I don't know what the hit points of a sheep are.
It's he takes damage. He's back to being a cloaker.
Is it one? Because the rest goes through. So
Yeah, he's got 1 hit point, and then he goes back to being a cloaker.
So you watch as you smash in this thing, it reverts back, but it still takes the damage, the 12 damage. And then, yeah, do you swing again?
Yeah,
Good attack.
15.
Hits.
18 damage.
And you're just going and smash through this one, slicing it on the ground, killing it where it sits. Dude, that's a lot of damage. You did 28 damage in winter. That's how much HP it had.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Jeez.
You just smash this thing into the ground.
As she's doing it, she's just like primal, like raging, like, ah.
All right. That's your turn?
That's my turn.
Cloaker 3 is no more. You're up. Giant constrictor.
Same thing. I really want to constrict these guys. So
Do it.
same
Make an
thing.
attack.
8 and 6, so 14.
14 just hits.
Sweet. So it's 2d8 plus 4 and 1d4.
Do it.
So 10 damage, and it is constricted. So until the grapple ends, creature is restrained, and the snake can't constrict another target. But I think constricted, everyone gets advantage. On constricted, they can't do anything.
Is it constricted?
It's
It's
restrained. Sorry, restrained.
Restrained is disadvantage on attack rolls, disadvantage on you automatically saving throws. You can't move.
All right, so it's restrained until it breaks DC 16 strength save.
You just kind of snatch this thing out of air like a snake does a bird, holding it in clutches with your mouth wide open. Is that your turn?
Unless I can bonus action eat it, but yeah,
I don't think you
not
can.
on my list. Yeah.
So you're up, Max. This thing is just held. You have advantage on the attack. It's just
Can I
grappled in
move
the
it
air.
closer to the ground with my movement? Just like lay forward, so it's like not 30
Yeah,
feet or more up. Yeah,
absolutely. You just kind of grab this thing and just pin it to the ground without a doubt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do that.
Max is going to take his staff and tap it on the ground and cast his firebolt at it.
Roll attack with
23.
an advantage.
23 for the
That was
first
event-
one. So
natural
with
20.
natural 20 with a.
So roll
Okay.
your 4d10.
Nice.
So 30 damage.
Man, what does this look like?
It explodes. Just absolutely explodes it.
Just ruptures into a ball of fire. Tyrion, you actually take some damage from this melting fire as it hits your snake form and just kind of sears the edge of it, and you just kind of see this thing blow up. Roll a d20 for me, Max. We'll see if you have to roll one more time. No, you're all set.
All right.
So, how do you do this?
Kill it.
Yeah.
So it just comes down, and this fireball comes from the center of his globe in his staff and just shoots straight at it and just bursts this thing into pieces.
You shout anything?
No, I'm not shouting. He does it silently.
Nice.
And then he just comes over and he points at Sheila and he just kind of winks at her. She goes, "That's how you do it, baby.
There you go. That's how you do it, man.
That's how you do it."
You still got another 20 seconds left of your shouting all the time. Yeah, with that, you guys kind of find yourselves out of combat.
I want to change back. I'm a gargantuan snake.
You're still large until he drops the enlarge. It's concentration, right?
Yeah, it's concentration.
Yeah, so you come back, you're like still a large.
Back.
What up?
Is there really anything left to explore around here?
Oh, you roll the next couple bodies, you take the gold off them, you get another 22 gold off the 2 bodies that they had in their pockets. And if you want to grab their bodies, but otherwise it seems pretty clear. This roll an investigation check.
Five.
Not much more, man. Seems pretty empty. Seems that these things just happen to take up residence here for whatever reason. They've been hanging out, but other than that, it seems like this temple just kind of, whatever this was, is long gone. And
Goblins
clear.
know a thing or two about caves. Can I make an investigation check and bend luck to see if I got anything?
sure.
This goblin.
I mean, in your defense, I mean, even with a 7, there's just not much to find.
All right.
You know.
All right, Sheila Squad, let's get back to Pam and collect on that money, honey.
Yeah, without issue. You make your way back to Pam. She kind of meets you at the entrance. So how'd it go?
Still have a giant snake with us.
No, he changed back.
I changed back. Now I'm just a
He's
giant.
still
whatever.
giant.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still giant.
I was like, it was fine.
Oh, Jesus.
You're Sheila size.
Yeah, how do you like it?
Oh,
Is it
well,
double in size?
Let's just say it was an adventure of gargantuan proportions.
did you bring the bodies back?
Oh.
She looks at the bodies. She goes, it's a shame they were good workers, but well, a deal's a deal. She reaches in her pocket, pulls out a big fat sack, holds it out.
Sweet. I grab it.
Oh, yeah, well,
Thank you.
well, I'll let Barney know of your good deeds. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear you. Stay as long as you need. The bar's open to you guys. We're having another fight in another week, but otherwise, thanks so much. We'll consider you as part of the union as far as we're concerned. Thank you.
Well, you're quite welcome. And any other assistance you might need, think of Sheila Squad as your friend.
She kind of thinks for a second. I do have something.
I didn't know.
You happen to make your way
name.
back. If you guys happen to make your way up to New Iman, I could. I've heard it's under new management. I could really use some lead on some weapons, but let me know, okay?
Well, if we have that list in our itinerary, we'll make sure we'll come to you.
Sounds like a plan. We'll be in touch. So, as you guys make your way back to the ship with your pockets a bit lined with some more cash and a city to spend some downtime in the next week, I think that's where we're going to end our session.
All right. right.
I hope you guys had fun. I was fun playing with some new characters, new players.
Game.
Thanks,
Guys. That was
Billy, for
thanks everyone.
playing.
Sorry, that was a lot of fun.
I hope you can
Yeah,
come back
super
around.
cool.
We're gonna be doing this weekly, so stay tuned for next week, and maybe even more than weekly if we really keep getting a good turnout. People keep wanting to watch.
Start with weekly.
We're gonna start with weekly.
Yeah, let's one thing at a time, JT.
I hear you, but I'm just getting excited. I mean, it's
I
no
know.
crazy that we ran more than one night a week, but anyway, stay tuned. We have more content coming. Get ready for us to start streaming more. Get ready for a new Westmar Skies podcast.
JT's maybe even gonna get a green screen
I might get a green
instead
screen.
of a towel.
Yeah, but it's all for the best.
Big things.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned next week. Follow us on Twitter and all the rest of that crap.
And
Hashtag Sheila Squad.
we'll try and
It's
raid
not a thing.
Are we married to that? No.
Oh yeah. Oh hey,
That's
if you guys are
acronym.
watching, all of y'all,
Throwing it out
if
there.
you are watching, watch out Zetchapew. He is streaming New World, and he's a friend of ours. He's actually my roommate, and he's good at new video games, and he's gonna wreck that shit. So you guys should go check that shit out.
And we're gonna try and raid.
Name in the
This
chat.
works. All right. Bye,
Let's
guys.
do it. See you.